everyone. Welcome to today's sharing session, Tips and Tricks to Ace Your Springer Nature Publications. We are delighted to have all of you here this morning at the Faculty of Science and Mathematics, University Pendidikan Sultan Idris. This event is proudly organized by Perpustakaan Tuanku Bainun, UPSI. Thank you for joining us today as we explore practical strategies for successful academic publishing. Publishing in reputable journal can be challenging, but with the right strategy, it becomes achievable. Today, our speaker will share invaluable tips in choosing the right journal, handling reviewer comments effectively, avoiding common mistakes, and boosting your citation impact. It's now my pleasure to introduce our distinguished speaker, Dr. Jamil Al-Obaidi. Dr. Jamil is a senior lecturer at the Department of Biology, Faculty of Science and Mathematics, UPSI. He holds a PhD in molecular biology from the University of Malaya and has previously served as research director at the National Institute of Biotechnology, Malaysia. His research expertise covers molecular biology, proteomics, and bioinformatics, and he currently serves on the editorial boards of BMC Molecular and Cell Biology, a Springer Nature journal beside the New Zealand Journal of Crop and Horticultural Science and Journal of Science and Mathematics later. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Jamil Al-Obaidi to begin the session.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum. Thank you so much for all the people who have made the efforts to attend this morning. Thank you so much to the team from Tuanku Bainun Library for their efforts for the last 2 weeks in order to get this event happen. And I hope that we can get this laser pointer working, but it's not at the moment, but it's fine. What we will be talking about today is about publication in general. I think a lot of you here already expert in the field, already expert in publication. They have a lot of knowledge, but this session for today is to learn together. Yeah? We are learning together about the possibilities for UPSI staff that located here in Tanjung Malim, away from research universities with all the nice equipment and whatnot, to publish yet in very reputable and very good journals that under their publisher, Springer Nature, or other publisher of that matter. But since we have in UPSI, I think a fantastic opportunity, which is an agreement between Tuanku Bainun Library and Springer Nature. So the library will cover the cost of publication for selected articles that have been accepted for publication in certain journals. I think we all got the email from the library quite a number of times now. So we have to grab the opportunity since we still have about 4 months for this year, and I think there is a list of submissions now under review, so that's a good thing. Hopefully by the end of the year we will get a number, maybe 5-10 articles. You know, we will try to get the maximum published by our staff in Springer Nature journal. Just a little bit of disclaimer to share with you before we start, and these are the main points that I would like myself to remember beside everybody here about publication, because when we talk about publication, the first thing ever we will talk about is the communication. For me, publication is the art of communication. It's a way of the PR. You express yourself, your PR, public relation, in the best way. That's why I have last week chair a proposal defense for a very nice student, Najmi. She's behind here. Tepuk sikit for Najmi, no problem. And I was telling her and other students as well as the supervisor, in order to make their life easier probably, for the student and for the supervisor, you might opt for English thesis. I love Bahasa Melayu, I love Bahasa Indonesia, and yeah, but again, we like it or not, this is the situation now. If we write in English, that will be making it way easier for us to convert our thesis into article. Yeah, the journal, the university won the thesis from our lecturer and student, but they are more keen of your Scopus or Web of Science articles. This is what really matters most. For so many reasons, we will go through some of which shortly. One of the also mistake we will also go in details that always we get ready as fast as possible to get done with our manuscript and just send it. It's like we are getting rid of the manuscript. Alhamdulillah, campak je. Just throw it to publisher and hope for the best. It will totally doesn't work that way. If you don't really criticize your structure, how the manuscript itself structured, it should be very well structured, it should be very well organized, it should be tally with the scope of the study and which journal you are targeting. I think I myself personally, many years ago, for me the goal is to submit. And when I'm submit, I feel I'm very good. I'm done, you know. I already submit. So it is rezeki. It's rezeki. It's our, what you call it? This is the gift from God, if it's accepted or not. But it doesn't work that way at all. If you don't prepare well, you will be just waiting for too long, and then the result will be very well known. Rejection. This is what we will try to avoid after today's session. Also, the conflict of the data between collaborators, owner, and student will always, or sometimes, or always, depend on how you want to take it. It will affect the clarity and precision of the work. So sometimes from overseas, not from here, from overseas, a friend asked me, can you look at this article, see how I want to submit? Then I asked the supervisor, please, can you clarify to me this figure, clarify to me this, clarify to me that? The supervisor don't know. And they say, let me check with the collaborator, let me check with the student. You being a corresponding author, you have to be a corresponding author, really corresponding. You have to understand everything because you need to answer everything. And you need to make sure that the work is really ready for publication, not ready as if work done, I already write something in ChatGPT or my student helped me to write something and I'm done. Oh, this is we are way far from done. Very far from done. Also understand the audience. This is something we all, I think, fall in that hole, if I want to say. We get rejection, and once we get rejection, we immediately, automatically get angry. How come, how on earth they dare to reject our work? My work is fantastic. I also say that, by the way. I'm talking about myself, not the audience. But who say that? I mean, does really at that moment your opinion matter? Actually, in publication, your opinion doesn't matter at all. At all. What matters is the screening editor or the managing editor, the one that they check the basics for the submission for us. They call it the quality check. If you submit to Springer Nature recently, there will be a quality check, especially with the new system, which is the SNAP, Springer Nature Submission System. And they will get back to you with correction needed. Just before I started this talk, I have submitted one of my articles to a journal under Springer Nature. I supposed to submit over the weekend, but I get busy over the weekend, look for food and good stuff to buy, and so I didn't submit. Yeah, sometimes you meet your friend that help you to publish or submit. I meet Moon, she didn't help me to do that. Just look for makanan, cari makanan, look for food, wasted the time over the weekend. She have a very lovely mom. I think I can speak with her mom for hours, just like when I speak about publication for hours. I was telling Doctor and Puan, the people from the library, you just need to switch me on and leave. But you make sure switch me off, because if not, I will be talking until tomorrow maybe, or after tomorrow. Anyway, I think today, if I'm not mistaken, at the same time, concurrently, there is a talk about ChatGPT, use of ChatGPT, something to do with ChatGPT in drafting and writing and whatnot. And this is also will guide us to the academic integrity that needed. So many talk about ChatGPT, so many discussion. For me, I will just put it in a very simple word. It is a tool. It is not the tool. It's just a tool will help. There's no magic in publication. The first few months after the ChatGPT release in 2022, starting from the beta version to the current version, which is ChatGPT 5, there is a discussion. First, journals say we will accept ChatGPT as author. Then they say no, we don't recognize it as author. Then they say you can correct using ChatGPT. Then they say no. Then they have now the limit of maximum of 20% AI, written or modified, in order to be accepted. So this discussion or argument has been already settled. You don't have to think too much about it. If you use ChatGPT, it's a tool. If you don't use ChatGPT, you didn't miss much. That might surprise some of you, but yes, you didn't miss much. Because I personally, an example, I publish certain number of articles per year consistently in the last 7-8 years, and after ChatGPT, the number did not increase. The quality did not, maybe the quality increased, maybe because I'm learning, meeting nice people like you, learning it with each other, so maybe a little bit of experience that add to the quality. But when ChatGPT comes, it's not that I publish 5 and suddenly I publish 50 articles. No such thing. It is a tool, because every year, remember, every year, the requirements by the journal increase. The work that you do and it's publishable in 2026, if you don't publish it in 26, you probably will find difficulty to publish it in 27, because we are in AI era, not ChatGPT era, AI in general. The life is going very fast. Changes happening so fast. So you cannot just say, I have my data, but I need to finish my QA, I need to finish the student marking, I need to do this, I need to do that. Until the hereafter, we will not write any article or publish, I can tell you. Yeah, maybe we will approach about the time, and do we have time or not? In publication, I will talk about it shortly. It's just that I want to go to the next page, and we go to the next important thing that we want to highlight, which is staying updated with the current research. Yes, we all love our bidang, our field, our major. We love it so much. This is what we have the time spent during PhD, during our master. We feel like we are dedicated to this field. We are loyal to the field, but we are not alone in this world. There is a dynamic academic environment moving very fast, and if you don't catch up, you are always going to be left behind. You need to adapt, you need to modify, you need to modernize your field. You need to give it very nice words to make it more attractive, although it's the same thing basically. But the receiver, as a reader, researcher, student, professor, also they are now looking for the updated, attractive new things. They don't want to look at the old stuff. But some people, not here in this room, not in UPSI in general, they're still very loyal to their field, loyal to their methodology, nothing holy. There is only a Quran for us Muslim. For other religion, there is also books, they are holy. Besides that, this is nothing, it's not holy. The major is not holy. Even in Islamic studies, actually every day there are new things we discuss. Not necessarily we discuss the principle, because we agree on the principle, the usul. I bukan Ustaz atau Sheikh ya. I'm just giving you example. But the branch things, the fiqh or the daily life activities still can be discussed. That's why we need to update our major or our field. And one of the things also will always push the UPSI, some of UPSI stuff, not all, some of UPSI stuff, because when it comes to revise and editing, there will be a shock. Like, I have to sit down and revise and edit many times for the same thing. Baru I not publish in order to publish. Yes, actually you do, unfortunately. There's no shortcut on that. So we have to put revise and editing, one of the very important things that we need to consider. And one of the things that help in revising and editing, dealing with rejection and criticism, adapting format, all together, I will say you try to do the basic of any article, regardless of the journal style. Don't think about journal style at all when you write. Just write the general things. What is the general things that we should write? We all know, but we will go through shortly. And I cannot emphasize much how important it is to use reference manager. Do not use manual referencing like some of the people still use. Still, you must, in my opinion, you must use reference manager. And the reason is not to make your life easier. The reason is when you get rejection, which you will get, basically, I also will always get, you can adapt to the new submission style with one click, rather than sit down and doing 70, 80, whatever references number, do it manually again, which you will, of course, frustrating process. If you do that 4, 5, 6 times, yeah, you can reject 4, 5, 6 times, yes, you can. I have articles rejected 13 times. But I only put something in my mind. I want this article to go Q1. And I'm not really bound by a time frame because it is a review article. It's not linked to a student graduation, of course, otherwise the student will kill me 13 times, of course. Collaborator, they put their trust on me, they say, "Tapo, no problem. You just do whatever you want because we believe that we can do it." Of course, it's a teamwork. So the basic style, which we will go through today, plus the reference manager is a must in publication. If you do not mind, can I ask the audience who's actually depending 100% on reference manager, whether it's EndNote, Mendeley, Zotero, Word references? Doctor, of course, you are. Who else? Okay. Siapa yang buat, who do manually? No, you have to choose the majority of your work. Who do majority of the work manually? Who do the majority of the work using reference manager? You can raise your hand if you do not mind. Okay. So nothing new. Reference manager is something you all know, but I'm just here to emphasize the importance of using reference manager. Maybe you will say, "Oh, I'm not sure, I don't know, I not really have a copy." Mendeley, if I'm not mistaken, is free if you use Mendeley. I don't use Mendeley, by the way. I use EndNote. It's more complicated, more difficult, but it's just that the thing I learned, not because I'm smart or what. This is what the thing I learned and I used to. That's the only reason. By the way, and something to highlight, reference manager will help 70% of the problem in referencing, not 100%. Because we talk about reference manager, this one requires itself, I don't know how many days, maybe, and not, maybe itself 2-3 days will not end. But always you can refer to YouTube, always refer to so many platforms that help you to do certain function within the reference manager. But definitely a tool to help and make the life story easier for you to submit again. Because again, you have, in order to publish, you have to accept the rejection scenario. It will be, rejection scenario will be daily life routine. For me, at least now, it's a daily life routine or weekly life routine, depend. Got some people I know, if they got paper rejection, they will be off diet for a few days. They will have depression. I'm not joking, by the way. I'm serious. You need to reach to the level that rejection is just like anything. Yeah, it's just like drinking water. No problem. Some rejections will be painful, especially after long wait. Some rejection, they will be attacking the author personally, not scientifically. We will show examples. But yet, despite all that, you still have to get used to the rejection because it's going to be daily routine for authors that want to publish in reputable publishers, especially Springer Nature. Why this headache from the beginning, actually? Why we need to publish? Why don't we just come here and teach? Dr. Adi will say cannot. But we need to know why cannot. No, doctor, this is not our job. Ranking is not our job. Ranking is the result. But at our level, as researchers, lecturers, scientists, student, PhD, postgraduate, people interested with science, why we need to publish our work? For me, It's
Sharing information.
it's sharing your information, of course. It is sharing the knowledge, documentation of your work, the most important, and get the recognition that nobody can take it from you. Maybe you want to get promoted, or maybe you want to go and get in work in a better place. There will be some routine points that you need to pass and you cannot pass, or maybe you pass. But when you document your work, this is going to be there, inshallah, forever, if you choose the right journal. If you choose a Scopus journal that could be kicked out next year, that's another thing that we try to avoid. But it will be there forever. Maybe it will last even longer than we do. So recognition bring knowledge to be delivered, as Dr. mentioned just now, to be shared. And also, as education university, we need this publication to teach our student something fresh, right out of the oven, just cooked, just out. The student will appreciate it so much. Be a chapter in a book, journal article, whatever it is. Because we can, we cannot. We do have the capacity to do that, but we don't for different reasons. Maybe because we are lazy. I also lazy, of course. Sometimes so lazy. Maybe because we don't have the time, or we think we don't have the time. Because I believe that we do have the time. We could have other problems, but not the time. Time is not the problem. Maybe other problem, yes, but not time. And this will help you to extend your presence in your department, in your faculty, university level, maybe at the country level, and also internationally. The people will recognize you. The people will probably call you, inshallah, the next 2 years to be here to give the talk, just like I've been contacted by the library. So this is something nobody can take from you. And it is a KPI. See, I put the KPI last, at the very last. And it is, think about it like this. I don't want anything good for UPSI. I don't want anything good for the library. I only want for myself. You think selfish. You gonna do the university a big favor. Because automatically when you publish a lot in the mentality of being selfish, the ranking and the KPI and all this kind of stuff will just come automatically. The library is, we have very smart people in the library. Can we give, can we give support to the library, because they are very nice, they are very supportive, not because they are here, but that's true. By the way, so many of them I contact with many years. Today, the first time I see them face to face. Third, because they are really supportive, they are very nice. They will appreciate, and they know how to get it. They will get you. Once you publish, they will capture you. You cannot run away, but you need to publish first. You need to publish first, then the KPI and whatnot will be counted. Now, we all do a human work. A human work means mistake. There's no one free of mistake, but if there is a mistake, they will respond immediately on the spot. If a publication missed, or there is something wrong, or there is assistance needed, this is all will be sorted out. But we need to have a problem first. Then only we can solve the problem. This problem will come from publication. If there is no publication, quiet for many, many years, yeah, we think the things is good, no problem. In fact, it is not something so good. because the alive researcher, academic-wise, must have a product. Not necessarily 20 papers per year. This is depend on the field, depend on the person, depend on the linkage and network. But for me, as the university suggested, 2 scopus every year. This is show a healthy researcher. And if we have every single researcher published the required 2 scopus, we will be way higher than our current ranking. But this is something not my job to highlight. This is KPI things. I will leave it to the management. We're all here to learn together how to achieve this KPI. Publication also will help us to get fund and grant, of course. Help us in our academic or career opportunities. It will affect our teaching and learning, and also to establish superiority. Anyone here in this room tell me if they ever think about establishing superiority through achievement, especially publication, in your goal? Got? Or not really? If there's anyone, please raise your hand. What does it mean by establishing superiority if it's not clear? I want to be the best in my department. Masuk, Dr. J. Masuk, no problem. Even if you mistakenly come into the wrong room, you can come in. Anyone think about establishing superiority? I personally, not a secret, I think. Maybe my colleague in the faculty or department, I personally look at this point. I want to establish a superiority. I want to be one of the best. Yes. Is that wrong? Okay. Then you should think. This guides us to the next point. You should think about it. You should think about establishing a superiority. I want to be always one of the best. Why not? This is one of the reasons. Maybe some people, they will say, no, I don't want to be, I want to be in the shade. I don't want to be in trouble.
That's nice people.
Just let me buat kerja, dapat KPI, get my KPI settled, dah. Yes, because if you establish superiority, you might get a call from very high top management 5:30 in the morning discussing with you about your publication and the number of citation you got. Yes, could very well happen over the weekend, by the way. So imagine how you think, or what you will think about yourself. What I did on earth, I got call from that person 5:30 in the morning. Yeah, but we have a management that don't really sleep very well chasing these achievements, and you have to be ready to get this kind of calls to say, okay, you are doing well, but next year 1, 2, 3, 4. And this next year, things that needed from you is nearly impossible. So you have like 2 options. Either you will say yes, Datu, or yes, Prof, or you resign. Of course, don't resign, yeah? just say yes, and when you wake up in the morning, there will be a lot of things can be solved and be settled. Superiority is the one of the power that push people to publish. But if you don't want to be superior, you want to be orang biasa, just look for the other things that we really needed. Funding and grant. Building research profile so the student can approach you. They will be known. Student approach you. You will get PhD student. They work. They publish. A lot of publication give you a good profile. Good profile will let the funder trust your profile, give you the money. You have money, then you can have research project that bring more student, and so on. This is a cycle. Should be always continue in the loop. And once we have one of these factors broken, the cycle will not be consistently going in the right proper path. I think in UPSI, I don't think actually, I believe that we have way more competent people than we are achieving or we are showing. Just maybe not yet enough people want to establish superiority. So if we think about that and put this one in our mentality, that will be helping probably. I don't know, maybe because I study in UM. I spent 7 years in UM between PhD and postdoc, and there this superiority will be giving to you like injection every semester. You have to be superior, otherwise you will be left behind. But it's a good thing, it's a very good thing, not bad, as we agree, yeah? We agree it's not bad thing, isn't it? So it's the motivation for us to publish. Okay, this is something we all know, but just go through very fast. Where to publish? UPSI want you to publish in Scopus Index High Quality Journal. This is the minimum, right, Doctor? The library will be RMIC, they will focus on that. But you can publish in index journal just like Myra or My Site, and you also can publish non-index journal, conference, but personally for me, anything below Scopus Index high quality journal is a waste of time and efforts. You should always be aiming Scopus or WOS. Personally, my PhD student, my master student, this is the condition, WOS. I basically make it difficult for myself, not for them. But yeah, I mean, I think that's the goal. If you don't get it and you get Scopus, then you are good to go. KPI-wise, achievements, and helping the university to achieve the number of Scopus that needed to be published, which if I'm not mistaken, for this year is 1,200 Scopus article. I'm not sure where we are now. Maybe the library could update us and how far we are from the number. Is there any number to share?
We don't have the info.
Start the info, okay. What I learned from last faculty meeting few weeks ago that we are still quite far from the number. But we can, still can. It is doable. If you don't mind, we can go directly to the computer. Open your computer. I think this is all everybody know, but just let's refresh our knowledge together in case you have question here before we move to the next stage. Open your computer and go to your Scopus paid account that been paid by UPSI. Go to UPSI digital library and go to Scopus. Can everybody open this page? Are there, is there anyone that don't activate yet the account? Library account?
Doctor, I have a question.
Yeah.
I saw your publication. It's more on Web of Science. Do you have an account with Web of Science?
Yeah, thank you, Doctor, for the question. Yes, I do have account on Web of Science, but it is unfortunately a paid account, not a free account. That's why I'm here trying to be a little bit realistic, and we focus on Scopus because we all have Scopus access. Now, this is a very good question, but what we try to do is to get a good journals that is indexed in Scopus and in Web of Science, so we can get the goodness of both sides. In my opinion, you can look for journals, look for collaborators, look for topics using only this platform. It will be very helpful to you to use the platform. I need a volunteer to take the ride on my computer, and then let's look for journal for that particular volunteer. How to look for journal? I don't want to use my own field because we have diversity of field from different language, different faculties. So let's get a volunteer that can join us here, and let's look for a journal. Is there any volunteer here? Anyone want to volunteer? That's not a good sign. We haven't explored the superiority yet. Volunteer pun susah nak dapat. Siapa nak volunteer? Siapa nama? Iya betul. Intan. Dr. Intan. Student. Postgraduate student. Intan boleh tak jadi volunteer? Okey. Mana supervisor? Ada sini tak? Tak ada. Tak apa. Sebenarnya Intan tak nak jadi volunteer. That's why dia sabotage the... Okay. In this, I just want to make it simple, and I want to make something doable within 2 hours. Because, as I told you, if we talk about these things, we will take ages. But let's just go to the first thing that we would like to do before we even think about submission. We will go back to the article and structure and whatnot. We will go back to that. But here is the place that we can search for potential journals. So Intan, just put your, what are you doing for your PhD? Lupa Intan. Bagus.
About ideology of atheism and agnosticism.
Okay. Can you give us some keywords? Yes.
On search document.
Yes, search here, and then you later can add search field to add more keywords. On your spot, please do the same thing, but on your own field. I will go through and we look together and see what's going on. Kawan-kawan sains, boleh buka?
Boleh.
Ada keyword?
Ada.
Okay, bagus. No, Intan. Don't put it that way. Now the system will automatically divide it for you and or put it in multiple words, but I want you to put ideology first, then atheism and apa lagi? Agnosticism, another field. 1, 2, 3.
At search field.
Yes, as such field. And
That is the
one word.
Just one word.
Yes.
Per block, just one word.
One word, yes. Atheism, and then second will be the agnotism, and that's it. Off, remove. Yes. Can you search? Okay. That's very much expected because we go very specific. And when we put it in a very specific focus point, we will see nothing. So now let's go back and remove the word ideologies totally. Go to the bin icon on the right side. One ideology too. One the whole thing. Yes. Okay. Can you go out because Scopus need to detect the atheism? Can you just go click on there? Yes. Yes. Maybe delete the M and put back. Put the M. Put the whole word again. Atheism, yes. Okay. Search. Okay. Go back.
Okay.
Yes. Leave one only.
One only.
Yes.
Atheism.
Yes. Are you sure of the spell?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So two words also doesn't work because we choose these words, not all the document. We choose the only entitled abstract keywords. So it was difficult to find such combination. Good news for Intan because she have maybe a novelty point that she can use for her publication later. And Intan, you go down.
Go down.
Yes, slowly. Yeah, you can do some. Sorry. You can do some adjustment. I might borrow this thing too. You may do some adjustment here because it's a 3,000 article, but it's not 3,000 journals. 3,000 articles. Maybe we want it broad, we want to refine. I think we can choose arts and humanities, social sciences.
So sciences.
Yes, go down.
Go down.
Maybe you want to focus on articles. Why? Because we are now looking for journal titles. So let's just focus on articles. Okay, go down. Language, maybe you want to choose English only. And keywords, it's okay, no problem. Just put limit to.
Limit to.
Yes. Then you go here and show 100 options, not 10. So it will be easy to go through. Dr. Munira done?
Dan.
Sure.
Kejap, tunjuklah. Mana tadi?
Mana? Hilang.
Ada.
Ya, dah. Okay, ada. Bagus. Well, your keywords.
Yeah, my keyword.
Yes, not Intan keyword. Intan, display result 100.
100.
Choose 100.
Choose 100.
Yeah.
Which one, Doctor?
Ni.
Oh, result.
Choose 200, 100.
Oh.
Tak apa. number because you only have 50 documents, very specific, Dr. Adiba. Maybe you want to widen the scope of search. Yes, yes. Now, what is that? What we're doing now, we are looking at the articles published in 25, 24, and so on with the word atheism, 2026, 5 and 4, because by now 2026 also available, some of it available. So now what you can do in time, go through the titles and write down for yourself some good titles to be an option for you to submit to them. Can you choose, go up all the way again? The first option, I think, scientific reports, which is a multidisciplinary journal. This is not an option. Nothing wrong with it. It's a very good journal, nothing wrong with it, but I want to go for a field-specific journals for you to be able to list down or to make it in your list of choice. So, religious studies, open a new window. Then, don't open a new window, leave the original one. Can you go back?
Go back.
By the way, sorry, because there's no internet, I'm using my personal data, so this is technical problem beyond my capacity. Go internet, my OC stuff. Okay, then the internet active again. Open new tab.
New tab. Here, doctor.
Sini, just go right click.
Just right click.
Yes. Can you open? Okay, tap on it. It's okay. We open this journal now, and we want to know whether this journal is a good candidate for us to be the choice or not. So what we do, first we would like to look at the current Scopus situation. So in this journal, it is indexed in Scopus since 1965 until now. Do you think it's a good journal or not?
Yes.
Who say good? Who say it's not good? Oh, very good journal actually. Fantastic report. Then we go to the Scopus content coverage. Here in time, please.
Scopus content coverage.
Yes. Go down.
Go down.
Then we can look at this last 5 years content. It is healthy. It is consistent. 79. Tadagar, exactly. 71, 55, blah, blah, blah. Yes. So there is an elevation trend in the number of articles, but that's a good thing. Decline the things that you don't want. Decline is the things that we do not want. Go up again in time.
Scroll again.
Yes.
Down.
Scroll again. You can use the mouse. There's a mouse beside you.
I see.
Sorry,
Sultan.
Tak apa.
I cannot see your mouse.
No problem. Go up.
Up.
Yes. And then you go to site score. Site score is 1.4.
Size.
1.4 is something considered average. Not high, not low, something average. So we go to the site score, rank and trend, and then go down.
Go down.
You can see where is it in the list of all journals within the category of religious studies. Go back to the site score.
Site score.
And now you will see, if you can see, it is 71 out of 705. So in social science, in religious studies, this is considered what? Q.
Q1.
Siapa cakap Q4?
Q7
Q2. 75 Q2. 71 actually. Okay, 71 Q2. Siapa cakap Q2? Okay. Siapa lagi? Dr. J have another opinion? Maybe Q1. Why?
Because it's out of 700.
Fantastic. Thank you, Dr. J. This is a Q1 journal because basically we can do the math on the calculator in our laptop, phone, or we can do it roughly. 700 divided by 4, that will be 160 something. So the first 160 is Q1. This is 71. So it is Q upper? Q1. Q1, scientists call 1 point something, consistent, healthy. It's a good option or not? Dr. Munira?
Very good.
Very good option. So this is the first one we write down. Go out in turn. Go out from here, from Scopus, not from the room. Okay. Lagi back. Okay. One more. Okay, go to the list and go down. Let's choose religions. Religions. Here, yeah, religions. Can you right click? Religions. It is, as the name suggests, it's published by MDPI. Because MDPI, they use mostly one word for their journal name. Now, MDPI is indexed in Scopus, indexed in Web of Science, but in Malaysia, we have an issue. We have memo or surat dari the ministry. There are 3 publishers we try to avoid: MDPI, Hindawi, and Frontiers. Even Hindawi that is now under Wiley also, you still cannot. According to my discussion with Encik Kashfi, last few weeks I was asking for a friend of mine because the journal become under the they call it the Discovery series, whatever series under Wiley. This is all Hindawi journals which are actually not acceptable by Malaysia. Since we all here serve this country, work in this country, study in this country, whatever it is, we are affiliated to this country, we have to stick to their rules and regulation, and we try to avoid such journal. It might be accepted as KPI, by the way, but for me, I think I rather avoid such journal because why you need to put yourself in a risk? Maybe later on there will be problem. So we try to avoid religious, go out, in turn use the mouse.
Doctor, I want to ask if I use MDPI for citation
Can. Citation, no problem.
No, okay, right.
Citation, no problem. We are talking about publication. Because the issue is that we in Malaysia, we cannot pay for MDPI. The money, even if it's your international grant, but since it's already masuk UPSI, it become UPSI money. So you cannot pay from there to MDPI. You can argue about this decision, but basically it is what it is. I will never argue about this decision, and I think there is a point why you should be with or against MDPI. That's not the topic. We just go and look for Asian Journal of Philosophy, contoh. This is published by our friend for today, Springer Nature. Okay, Springer Nature journals are very difficult to be fake or fraud or scam. But it doesn't mean they are all of super high quality. You still have to check the quality. The authenticity is not really a discussion. Is it authentic or not? Not a discussion. Is it a good quality or not? Of course, this is the discussion that we need to understand or discuss. Sciatic score 1, go down, it is 243 out of 854. So it is with Q. Doctor? 200 something from 800. Q2. Sometimes you need to do the math to get it right because it could be in between, but this is Q2, which is a good thing. Springer nature, so the publisher is established. And can you take this title intern and put it in the search tab?
This title is this one.
Yes, Asian Journal of Philosophy. Just put it in the tab search.
Copy.
And we will put it in a new tab search, Google search. The first one. Okay, open. Great news, funding is available. Can you just pay attention sitting here? Funding is available, great news. All the journals, 2,000 something journal, 2,500 something I think, the library agreed with Springer to cover the cost for open access. You will get this. Great news, funding available. Besides that, there's Sultan Idris Education University. If you don't see this, it's not in the list. If you don't want to go to the Excel sheet and search, this is the way to find. Very easy. So Dr. Munira, open your journal name. If it's Springer Nature, of course. If it's not, then it's totally out. But since we are talking about Springer Nature, if yes, then great news. The library is willing to pay for your open access in case the article is accepted. So it's a good thing. Like if I'm the supervisor, I might consider this. This journal, by the way, is Scopus, but it's not yet Web of Science because we don't see impact factor in the page. And if we go down all the way, go down all the way down. More. Okay, stop. You can see Scopus, but you don't see Web of Science, whether it's emerging or expanding. This is something the supervisor, the researcher would decide. The library still will go with their agreement. Because Wellapun is only Scopus, but the library will still go with their agreement. I think it's a huge opportunity, if you ask me. I'm trying myself to use it to the maximum. Although it might cut my incentive next year, the money I got, which is not a good thing. But when and how many times you will get somebody will pay your article open access. This is investment for future in terms of accessibility, richness, you reach the people, and citation, exactly. So how to increase my citation? I want to increase my citation. This is one of the ways. When there's somebody paying for you the open access, your paper will be available worldwide, open access, definitely will get more citation. Rather than it is subscription based. Only certain universities with certain subscription package will be able to access. Of course, people want to send your article, they need to read it all. So when it's available by OPSI, paid by OPSI, that's fantastic option. Walaupun it is not Web of Science. Can we go back to Scopus in time?
Now we can go there.
How we can go there?
To the link just now.
Just copy paste on Google the title, nothing special.
Okay.
Dr. Munira. Thank you. Last time, can you go back? Yes, Dr. Ajiba.
This one.
No, go back to the page on Scopus. Or you can go on my slide. I highlight that. Any journal, any journal.
Choose any journal.
Yes, just click.
Click.
Last time, here there will be a link directly to the journal. What happened is, due to some scam and fake journals, Scopus also fall in this trap. So people go to Scopus, click the link, will send them to the fake journal. Few journals, Chinese language. The journal in Chinese language is not, it's not scam. It's correct journal. But since it's in Mandarin, and so many people don't understand, there's another clone page hijacked the website and put their link there, so people fall in this scam. And this scam they publish in English, while actually in Scopus, that particular journal, which I forgot the name, they highlighted that their publication in Mandarin only. So this is not the fault of the journal of Scopus, this is the scammer Churi doing the way to get the money. But Scopus decided, well, we will not give you the link. You are a good researcher, big enough to go and Google and find the link yourself, whether it's verified or not. Now, you see this journal is quite interesting because it is keep going in and out from Scopus for so many years. 1914, 21, 29. Even before Merdeka, they are in Scopus. But after Merdeka, they out. Then they come again, they out. They are there since 2003. So it is considered what? Very healthy. We don't care about the history, it's okay. Yes, doctor.
What about if the journal say a part of What about if the journal stated as a part of Springer Nature?
Okay. Mean it's not published by Springer Nature?
Yes.
Okay, that's a fantastic question. BMC is not in the category that we are talking about. Because it is part of Springer Nature Group, it's not a Springer journal. So just let's, I don't want to dive much into Springer history. By the way, it's Springer, not Springer. Springer because it's a German word. So remember Springer, burger, and we will talk about the burger shortly. It is for these journals that have the welcoming message just now, great news. You have funding from UPSI, from Sultan Education University. BMC is out. BMC is a group under Springer Nature Group, but not Springer Journal. It's part of the group. Just like Discover group discovers a new series of journals under Springer. It's not in the list. Just like Nature Journal, Nature, the general title, Nature Plant, Nature Biotechnology. These are also not in the list. If you publish in Nature, OPSI will not pay for you. It's not in the agreement. Just to get you understand that, because publication in Nature could cost probably between 36 to 45,000 per article. Because impact factor high. This is all what we talk about. Yes, science and money. Not only science. There's nothing left only science. It's all about science and money. These publishers are people looking for money. Not wrong, yeah? Just like exploring superiority is not wrong. looking for money is not wrong. This is, of course, not social society institute or whatever it is. It is a company that gain multi-million or billion ringgit per year. So this is all about the money. So nature is not in the list, PMC is not the list. We are talking about Springer, Nature, journals that will be welcoming you so far with this great news. Intan, can you go back to your Asia journal? You will submit to this one, yeah? Intan, submit, inshallah. I will look for your article. The first one, the library take note. The first one, our PhD student Intan, she will submit to Asian Journal of Philosophy. If you see here under the submit manuscript, great news. Can you zoom in a little bit because it's not really clear? Can you zoom?
Yeah. How to zoom in, Doctor? Your
Pegang kita. Itu sekejap ya. You can see, right? Great news. Before the agreement with the library, there is no such thing, no such welcoming message. Now, if you see the message, meaning it is listed under the 2,500 journal covered by our library. If it's not, then it's not under the agreement because the agreement is with, it involves the hybrid journals. If it's a fully open access, it's not covered. Well, even though if it's Springer journal. I know it sounds a little bit complicated, but to make it simple, if you're really willing to use the opportunity by UPSI, look for this welcoming message by the briefing by Springer Nature for those journals, because you will automatically detect your internet IP and then it will give you the welcome message, especially if you go under UPSI Scopus account. In fact, can we go back to the Scopus account? Because I think my recommendation is before you want to prepare to submit to your journal, you should have minimum of 5 options. Minimum of 5 options. Check, just like we checked it just now, we check the health, we check the publisher, we check the frequency, we check, we can later on check things inside the journal. For example, we can take 5 articles published and look at the average of acceptance. Go to Asia Journal in tab, the page of Springer Nature.
It's fine, Doctor.
Yeah, just go to the website. This is a practice I always do. I will go to the last 5 to 10 articles, open and look for when is the submission, when is the publication, and look the average. Some journals, they will take an average of 9 months to 14, 15 months. Personally, if there is a student link to this article, I will avoid. I will try to find something between 3 to 7 months average. This is just give you an idea. Rather, can you copy the title? Go to the website. Copy, open. This is here. Okay, fine. Go down. Go to the articles. Go to the articles page. Yes, up. You just go to the article. Up. No. I'll go down also. Wait. Go down. Go. Okay. Latest article. Can you open for us some articles here, like 2, 3, 4, whatever it is? Sorry, I'm maybe blocking you. Can you open a new window? Open each article that?
Yeah.
Just right click, open new tab. No.
Search for Google.
No, jangan. Just open this. Open link in new tab.
This one.
Yes. Go back.
Go back.
Intan only open a new link. We want to open a number. Right click.
Right click.
Open in new tab.
Open a new tab.
And do that for few papers. Open few papers.
Okay.
Let's open few papers. Not necessarily Springer. If you guys opening something else, that still can be true. Then you go for each one now. Go to cite this article, go down. Click on cite this article. Up. Just now, did you click this?
This one. Click, Rita.
Yeah, just click. Go down.
Go down.
Wait.
Okay.
Can you look at this? Receive, accepted, published, but receive, accepted is very important. Fantastic. May, then August. Only 3 months. Very good. Go to the next option. Go to cite this article. Again, May, August. Go next in time.
Go back.
Next to the next journal.
Okay. Like this.
February, July.
4 months.
This is also about what?
4 months.
Yes. Go next. November, July. Next. June, July. So what do you think the average of this journal? Is it fast or slow? So should Insan publish in this journal or not? Insan, dengar kan? Okay. So the library please take note, yeah?
I will send first, Doctor.
You will?
I will send first.
Inshallah. Inshallah you send and you will publish, because later on, shortly, we will learn together how the mistakes that cause to rejection can be avoided. Yes.
Okay, example, if the article is received and accepted within 1 month, okay, but then it depends on the submission also, the article, whether it's good or not. So, so how do we consider whether, to submit because of this date or because of, because it depends on our submissions also, and the review of that.
Yes.
This one, they are very lucky.
Yes. This is only give you an impression, an idea. Doesn't guarantee. There's nothing guaranteed. Do you remember the disclaimer? I put how many points? 13, I think, or 14 points of disclaimer. There is no guarantee. That's a good question. But this will give you an idea.
It's an option, meaning
It's not about an option or not. It's gonna give you idea. You should expect 3, 4, 5 months within this journal. There are other journals, the 9 and 10 and 1 year is normal. So when you submit and your paper under review for 1 year, do not surprise. I don't want you to surprise later. You have to know where you are going to, which journal. That's why you open minimum 5. Maybe you can go up to 10. If I tell you the stories happened to me throughout these years of submission, some of them are really unbelievable, but I don't want to take the time. But even if you do all this, you still can fall in some problem. For example, changing the editor-in-chief during the time that your article under review, and the new editor-in-chief disagree with the old editor-in-chief about the decision made about your manuscript, and you fall in between in a mess of email communication with people that you do not know, and probably you will never know. And at the end, I have to withdraw, because later on we will also highlight you not only submit, you submit and you monitor, and you could withdraw if there is no hope. You waited for so long and the journal is not responsive. This is what we try to do. We try to do these precautions, all these precautions, so we avoid going to the hassle of withdrawing and whatnot and all this kind of stuff. Yes.
May I know how long is so long for you? I mean, like, how long will you wait before you retract a paper?
Okay. Intan, can you just Google my name so I can give real example?
Good.
Yes. Jamil. Just put Jamil.
Jamil.
Yes. J-A-M. Okay. You'll go to Google Scholar. Not Scopus. Because we need the link directly.
Google Scholar. Through Google Scholar.
Yeah, just put my name, the Google Scholar link will be there. Just put Jamil. Okay. Can you go to list the year and also show the more options, because this incident happened quite some time. I want to show you. Sometimes you need to be super patient. And this one, I really took a gamble, because there was a student involved, and the student rushing. But I kind of, I don't know, it happened. I managed to convince the student. Okay, can you go down? Okay, slowly, go down here. Would you mind to open this?
Genomic analysis.
Yes, genomic analysis. This is one of the very good PhD students. She's from my home country, from Iraq. Used to be a student in UPM, and she attached to the National Institute of Biotechnology, Malaysia, where I used to work. And this is a fantastic example of good PhD student. We published 5 articles out of her project. But 5 articles within 6 years of time frame between the first to the last one. Can you go to the... Okay, how to know? Now you know. We'll go to apa?
Cite this article.
Tak dengar. Kuat. Cite the article. Terus, Intan. Click. Go down. Half year. Are you sure? How many months?
1.5 years.
14 months. Between January 17 months, sorry. 17 months between January, and because there are many, 14, 17, that time will make not really matter much, it's a lot. It's published in May 2019, and this is all about revision. We've been revised about 5 times. Every time it's a bunch of correction and comments. Now this is corresponding author decision. Do you want to wait or not? The student don't want to wait, because during this 17 months we published the first. During the 17 months, luckily she published the second, not this one. So to graduate, she's done. But she always keep telling me, please, let's look for another journal. I will not wait forever. I tell her, please wait. your article has the potential to be published with this journal, BMC Genomics. It's quite a prestigious journal. And then, yeah, luckily, alhamdulillah, thanks God, we get it published. But it's a personal decision here, you want to wait or not. I cannot advise against or with waiting. There are articles currently under review, my articles, they are 7 months or maybe 8 months under review. But because they are not linked to a student, and I'm targeting Q1 or Q2, WOS of course, I'm willing to wait. Some what is related to the student, I will try to choose way faster journal because I don't want the student to wait. I think it's not fair to let the student wait 17 months, right? Just because the supervisor or the co-supervisor in this case wanted this particular journal. But luckily we have the option, but luckily we have the privilege. Other option that is within 2 months is published. I know before submitting to BMC Genomics, I know it takes ages. So I was ready, not like the student. The student was not really prepared. I was very prepared for that because I know where I'm going. I want this, but I know it's going to take ages. So yeah, and it happened, it's published. So it's your decision. Your decision as a student, you want to be super fast, of course. As a supervisor, it's up to you. You want to, but of course, we don't hold any student. I think that's the choice of all supervisors. Don't hold the student for the requirement of graduation. It is a student work, but the student already has the enough requirement for graduation, then you can hold it, no problem. Which is what I'm doing with my PhD student now. I try to publish 2, and the big one, I let the student graduate first, no problem. But remember, we don't want to keep it because we are in the era of artificial intelligence and whatnot. We don't want to keep it forever. Yeah, Doctor.
I have a question. Some of the journals, maybe Springer, they want me to check about the technical issues. And then after that, they assign a new reviewer. My question is, some of the journals require a LaTeX format. Okay, how do you do the LaTeX format? Is it by yourself or?
Okay. That's a very technical, good question. I never done LaTeX before. I'm not sure if they use Macintosh or Windows. Mac. Kamarina know very well I don't like this software because it causes a lot of problems. I never use Mac in my whole life. I'm a Windows, Android guy. Not because I'm biased to anything. I'm just happen to be a Windows guy. So that's not only your problem, doctor. This is number of friends approach me for this. Some of them, they buy another computer with Windows just for submission because it's way easier. So yeah, Dr. J, Kak Marina, siapa lagi? Kawan-kawan yang guna doktor, yang guna Apple, but it is a problem with submission. Not only for you, doctor. This has happened quite a number of times. So if I done any LaTeX files, I will be helping, but I never bother myself to spend time because yes, if you submit and you give them the word, since you are submitting from Mac, they want you to give them the ready file. Yes. So maybe you consider, doctor, to have submission through Windows to avoid spending time on technical things that is avoidable. I'm not saying this one better than this one or that one better than that one. For me, I buy Android for only one reason, because it's affordable. That's it. I know that people want to use Mac, which is no problem, but this is the technical problem that to solve it, you need someone really good in that, which is absolutely not me, because I never submit without me using the Word file or Windows. So this is the journals. This is how it look like. This is how we can choose. Now we need to have 5 minimum, if not more, options in order to prepare the list for our submission. Let's open the floor for big questions, and maybe you want to drink some water, and before we go to the next part. Thank you, Intan. Thank you so much.
Sorry, Doctor, one more question.
Yeah, please.
For the promotion, I think for the assistant professor, now they want JCR channel. How to validate that our channel is on the JCR?
Thank you, Doctor, for this question. How to validate? If you do not have a Web of Science account to check, because in Web of Science you will know whether it's a JCR or not, Journal Citation Report indexed or not, because it could be Web of Science, but it's not JCR. The easier way, in my opinion, is if you don't have account, you try to borrow an account, or you reach MT Kashfi with a list of maybe 10, 15, 20, give him and ask his help to find it whether it's a JCR or not. But another tip easier to help is to go to the journal itself and look for the indexing. And if you find a Science Citation Index Expanded, it is 99.9% JCR. So we look for the publisher, the journal, and there will be indexing, right, somewhere, just like we showed earlier. Let's go to BMC maybe. This is Asian. Let's go to BMC. BMC Microbiology. Usually it's under about, and you will find it somewhere when they will talk about indexing. So if you look for Science Citation Index Expanded, SCIE, this is the keyword for JCR. If you find this, so it is 99.9% JCR, unless in certain cases there are some journals will be on hold by Web of Science. Like a journal, so many people submit to, it was a trendy a year or two ago, Hylion under Elsevier. There's another one, Chemosphere, also under Elsevier. They suspended. Hylion suspended the impact factors, not index in citation index expanded anymore. So many yeah, people publish there. So many. You can Google now. You can see there's no impact factor because it was under investigation by Web of Science for probably about 5 to 6 months before they made the decision. How I know? Because I review articles in many journals, and when I know that Highland have been suspended, I start to apologize from reviewing article for them, because this is a free work, free of any charge, and I want to spend the time in a reputable journal. This is going to be linked to my Web of Science profile, and if it's not indexed, it will be wasted. Yeah, you need to double check on that. But rather than that, this is the thing that you need to look for, which is the citation, Science Citation Index expanded, or the Social Citation Index, if you are talking about social science studies, for the Web of Science JCR, Journal Citation Report, which basically update every year. So we highlight how to use Scopus. Scopus is a paid service. Luckily, we have the library provided for, at least for lecturers, the account that they can check the details inside. This is, last time I told you, you can go directly to the journal. This screenshot I still keep from last time, a year and a half probably ago, where you can click and it will send you directly to the publisher. And due to the few incidents happen, Scopus has removed this option. So now you cannot really go directly because they fall in the same problem of including scammer link within the Scopus database. So this option, source homepage, is not available. It's not available anymore. So here it was. Now in the same journal, Biotechnology Letters, recent screenshot, don't have this option. So these things also instantly updated. You need to be in the know of these things. Changes happen which will affect the submission mission, or the mission of submission. Now, things are also sometimes neglected by authors or by researchers, but they are, I think, of a very important aspect when it comes to publication, which is the unique author identifiers. Nowadays, you need to have these unique author identifiers, whether it is researcher ID, which is going to be automatically appear when you publish in Web of Science. So this one you don't have to do about it anything. Or your Scopus author ID, which also you don't have to do about it anything, rather than when you get it, you have to maintain it. How you get it? Because once you publish in Scopus Index Journal, you will have a profile. To avoid duplication in profile, mistake in profile, and all these kind of issues, I strongly advise everybody to have the ORCID, and sometimes it's now required for submission. Dr. So Dr. Ba already have the ORCID with his publications. I really strongly advise whoever do not have yet ORCID to establish one, link it to your institutional email, and then inside put your information about the Scopus ID, researcher ID, which is the Web of Science ID, and also the variation of your name, how it should appear in publication, because ORCID will synchronize this info to avoid any mistake. Sometimes publisher want to put JR, J.R. Al-Obaidi, Jamil Al-Obaidi without R, Al-Obaidi JR. That's a problem because there are a lot of JR Al-Obaidi, if you can believe it or not. So I don't want to be mixed with all my relatives around the world, which are a lot, about 700,000 in 4 countries, from the same tribe. I'm giving you an example how it could go wrong. And until now, there is an issue with one author. He is also, his name is something Jamil Al-Obaidi. I am Jamil Rabi' Jamil Al-Obaidi. So my Ato and his Ato, Jamil Al-Obaidi, but they are 2 different Jamil, not the same one. You get the point? So for me, of course, I like my relatives and my tribe people, but I don't like them that much to give them my publication. Not to that level. Because my publication is for me and for UPSI, not for my relatives. That's why I need to tell ORCID all the form of, let's open ORCID. I think if you have one, please do open. If you don't, please consider to have one. I just want to show you how it is going to be important. So if you can see, this is the profile. I included all the link and websites and IDs and whatnot. So don't leave anything for the chance, for any mistake. That's why if you see up here, all the variation that my name could come in a publication. Not because I love myself so much at all, but I love the publication so much. That's why I don't want to miss anyone from my account. I'm telling ORCID, if you see any of this combination, it is most likely me. So that will avoid a lot of trouble, a lot of issues. And you can put your funding, your publication, your review, all the activities. During the submission also, they will ask you if you want to link this submission to your ORCID or not, which definitely you should, because it will make the life way easier. Automatically it will be indexed in the right Scopus page, indexed in the right Web of Science page. You will avoid any issue, you will avoid any problem, because it could be that you have double or triple account for the same person. Because if you change in the variation, if you don't stick to one variation, you should have your scientific name. I call it scientific name, scientific format of your name that never change. Even if the journal want to insist to change, you don't agree. This is because of the Scopus ID, Web of Science, and all these kind of things. So for me, for example, I will put Jamil R. Al-Obaidi. No matter what, the journal agree, disagree, it must be this. Because I want it to be indexed directly in my Scopus and my Web of Science page without the hassle of communicating with Scopus, please, this is me, this is whatever. Because they will ask for your ID, they will ask for your story. So to avoid it, especially for those who are still doing postgraduate, you have your own ORCID. It doesn't really harm at all, and it's going to be helpful during the submission process.
Doctor, may I have a question?
Please.
For this OIC ID, but they asked to fill it out, giving name and family name. But my Chinese name, family name, and if they ask for family name, the first name become last. So how?
Yeah, doctor, I got it, because we are from different background, and formation of putting the name is different. What you need to do is to put your name that is currently in Scopus, and under that tell ORCID that this variation is the same person. You switch, put the surname up front, then you put it behind, put short. What is the possible variation of your name, doctor? You can put it there. To tell the identifier that if you see this or this or this or this, link to this number, there is a number, or RCID number, which is your number, going to be your number. Just like your Scopus ID is going to be your number that is with you, don't belong to anyone. During the submission, during the publication, it will link your ORCID number with your Scopus number, with your Web of Science number to conclude that this is the same person. So you will go index your work in the proper page. Do not give your work to other people that might share a similar first name or surname with you. Before we go in details to the section 2 about manuscript preparation, let's just pay attention to the manuscript issues that is most likely will cause to your work to be rejected, my work also to be rejected, as we agree. Rejection is something should be routine. Maybe the issue is not important, no original, data old and irrelevant. By the way, this is not your opinion. Nobody will say my data is irrelevant, non-original. Everybody will be very proud of the data that they have, which is fine. Of course, I also proud of my data, but doesn't matter. My opinion not important. In this case, the journal opinion what matters, not my opinion. So make sure that you ask somebody senior, ask colleague to criticize your work to make sure is it important, original, and relevant. Also, it could be not appropriate for the scope because of the journal name. There are journal names that have been named quite some time ago, but nowadays they go to different directions. We think that the name suit our work, but this is not the journal interest anymore. Journal cannot simply change their name because they will have to start from zero for their impact factor, science score, and whatnot. But they can adjust their aim and scope. And to avoid this, we do what we did earlier, to look for the journals in Scopus, using the right keywords, because this is what will make our journal choice is the correct choice. We don't really think about the name as much as the content published by this journal. Some journals are very strict to the format. Now all publishers going towards format-free submission. Mean the journals nowadays, they don't really, not all, some of them, they don't really care much about the formatting at the first submission. If your journal, if your article, sorry, your manuscript has potential to be published, then they will ask you to change the format. But from the beginning, we already say that we need to be ready for that and prepare our manuscript using reference manager and then using the structure that we will go through in part 2, the general structure that will never let you down no matter what you journal or publisher you are submitting to. Of course, some technical difficulties, some ethical issues, technical difficulties like the Windows, Macintosh, whatever it is, system. This one we need to avoid. We need to be always away from in order to make the submission successful without any problem, without any issue. Now this is technical. If we go deep, what is the cause of rejection scientifically? It could be unclear hypothesis, poor or weak design which cannot be fixed during writing process, sample bias or too small, especially for statistics, social science or normal life science, medical sciences, whatnot, all require the correct number of samples. For the statistic to be appropriate or applicable. And then finally the conclusion, not clear. What is the conclusion? It's not clear. And references outdated. Until now there is practice of citing references from the 60s and 50s and 70s and whatnot. The journal don't like that. The journal want updated citation for their own consideration, for their own for the journal profile to be a good journal, they need it to be updated. So you need to use updated list of references. Again, some of the things that we can avoid, like organization of the manuscript, the style of writing, unnecessary figures, tables, and outdated and improper citation. These are all deal breaker for Springer nature. If you have any of these elements, Springer nature job as an editor in Springer nature job, your job is to reject manuscript. Yeah, the job of editor in Springer nature is to reject manuscript as much as possible. So the one that pass is the very good of the very good subject. As an editor, you might receive a number, and the editor-in-chief will tell you, please, from this 20, find me the best. So what I will do, reject, of course. Any first mistake is the last one. I see a big mistake, technical, whatever, reject. This is how we work. I mean, from 20 I have to choose one. So I have to choose the best of the best of the best. This is very 5%. I mean, in the journal website there is percentage of acceptance or acceptance percentage. The journal, by the way, compete and proud if the number is smaller. The number smaller, they will put it. They are proud. Mean we are very selective. We only publish 10% of submission, or 5%, or 12%, or that's a lot of rejection. From each 100, there are 90 going to be rejected. So as the editor will just see any mistake, easy, reject. That's how it's going to be easy for editor to reject. That's why please avoid all these general problems, scientific weakness, or technical problem when you come want to submit your work to Springer Nature. Is there any question?
Just to clear, which means that you, of course, you will go through the rejection, the acceptance rate and whatever. So basically, your practice is that looking at that grade itself, you will decide, or you will just submit first.
Yeah, Doctor, thank you so much. Actually, it is a decision-making number, but it depends on my earlier or first evaluation of my work. Am I really convinced that my work would go to this journal or not? Sometimes what I personally do, I'm convinced and I will adjust my expectation low, slightly lower, not higher, lower. I did publish in journals. Their acceptance rate is quite low. I might show you something if to be a real example from Springer Nature, so it will be easily to be understood. This is an article published this year, and the journal acceptance rate is only 15.2. So every 100 submission, there are about 85 articles rejected. There is another example by the one recent that I remember. I think there is another one, 11%. So yeah, I mean, it depends on how much you trust that work. This work I trusted so much, and I was insisted to go for Q1. It takes me quite some time to do the work. I think the idea is quite novel. I don't want to, and there's no student link to this research. It's a research run by myself, not student link research, so I can take my sweet time, which I did, and finally it's published in this journal. Although this journal, by the way, is the example I told you, it is a Springer Nature, but it's not paid by the library. It's not under the deal. It's a full open access, and I have to pay and claim, and I finally get my claim last week, Doctor. First 5,000, then another 7,000, because to publish here about 12K. So I have to pay from my own money 12,000 first, and wait for a few months to claim. Yes, they will give you the money, don't worry. Oxy will pay you. Sorry, Doctor first? Yes. Maximum 7,000. I claim from my grant. Yes. Yes, in that.
For the accepted rate, it's very low. Because you're confident with your...
I was quite confident with this one. Not every work, but this one I was. Not every work. Yeah. And this one been rejected in probably 5 Q1 before this accepted. So this is probably my 6th submission. But I only submit to Q1 because I want Q1. I don't. But from Q1. So it doesn't mind. I don't mind. Doesn't matter if it's get rejected or not. Because I know it will be. Not I know. I think that I can publish it in Q1. Any more questions?
But they do not mention what reason. So how can I prove?
If they don't mention what reason, this is usually called desk rejection. Desk rejection means the first editor go through, they found that the journal is not suitable.
But at least maybe they say, okay, this article is not suitable for this.
Not necessarily. This is based also common. I mean, it's not something uncommon. Any more questions? Okay. I think we will do like this because now it's already 12 something, and I'm sure Prof. Dr. dah lapar, dah hungry, and actually there is one whole session probably will take another 2 hours that we haven't touched yet. We haven't started yet. This is the introduction, by the way. So discussing with the library, we could make it for another day.
Yes.
Or you want to stay, I don't mind, by the way. I can be here until 5, talk about this. So it's your choice. Who want to make it for another day? Or today? Let's take the majority. Voting. Some other day will be announced by the library. Just raise your hand.
Other day.
Some other day.
Other day.
Okay, already some other day win the election. You're welcome. I'm so sorry for maybe taking long, but I really cannot miss any of the points that we highlighted because I think this is of a very important knowledge to be shared. We learned together about it. The plan was to have section 2, but this is going to be maybe some other time. We try to make it around maybe, I don't know, maybe before the semester started, before the class started. So we hope that you guys come again, and I will see you in section 2, inshallah. Meantime, you make sure you come, because I will follow up about your submission. And before we end up, is there any more questions?
Attendance.
Make sure you scan your attendance.
Doctor, can you share the slides? Your slide, presentation slides.
I usually don't.
Someone asking.
Okay, I will try to find a way. Siapa yang tadi?
Amri.
If you're looking for the slides, I am really sorry, apologize. I usually don't share the slide for a reason that every single week I update the slide. So I don't want to give something to be the reference. Later on there will be a big change like the Scopus. Sabarlah, kita nak gambar dulu. Yeah. Can just take a picture and go back. For me, by the way, I thought I want to talk to you about my book, which is just published with Elsevier. This is the first time an author from UPSI published as a main exhaustive here. But yeah, we don't have the time to do that. So probably on the other section or the other session, we can talk about this in detail. It's not yet online, so hopefully it will be online soon. I'm still reading the final touches here and there before releasing the book online to go for Scopus indexing. All right.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Jamil, for an excellent and insightful sharing session. So we will continue for 2.0 with some another day. So before we conclude, we would like to have a short souvenir presentation as a token of appreciation to our speaker. We kindly invite Azlan, representing Perpustakaan Bainun, to come forward and present the token of appreciation to Dr. Jamil. Please give a brief round of applause.